What up, peeps? Welcome to a pickup video. So, it's always been a long time since I've done the last one because I only do one every month or two. But, like always, we have a ton of stuff here to go through. This is everything that I have added to my personal collection since my last pickup video. And within that time, we took a trip up to Seattle, hit up all the game stores. We also, of course, have gotten lots of stuff traded in at the store, done a lot of deals locally through Facebook and Instagram and through our emails, and went to local game stores and just all sorts of other stuff. So I have a lot of things here from basically everywhere that we ever get stuff from. So if you enjoy these long videos, I definitely recommend you grab a drink, grab a snack. This is going to be an extra long one, I think. Usually pickup videos are always pretty long, but this one, just the amount of stuff that we have today, I think is more than normal, so it should end up being a little bit longer. So usually I try to do these in one take. I'm not going to be able to do that with this because I cannot physically fit everything around me within arm's reach to grab and show you guys. So what I have right here, you can see a little bit of it, is all of the bigger box stuff, all of the accessories, some toys, all that kind of stuff. So there's also some like special edition games here that I'm going to show. And once we get through that, I'll clear some room, then I'll get all of the like standard games, and then we'll go through those for the second half. So starting off, this is in no particular order. I'm just grabbing random stuff here. We have these Amiibo plastic card sleeves. These are Japanese. The brand is Max Games, but it's 3 of them in here. And got these from our Japanese source. And then some of the stuff is really old, guys. Like, it's been sitting down here forever. We have this little Donkey Kong slot machine toy, which is also Japanese. We have a boxed Japanese Nintendo 64 expansion pack. We have this little Nintendo USB AC adapter. We got these in at the store from store.nintendo.com. And I decided to keep one of them. We also have a little promo 3-card pack of Animal Crossing cards, Series 3 Amiibo cards. So this is not a regular booster pack. This only has 3 cards in it. And then we also have a sealed pack of the Animal Crossing Amiibo cards Sanrio collaboration. So the Hello Kitty Animal Crossing ones. This is just one sealed pack. And then we have a red Nintendo 64 plastic keychain. These are like from the N64 time, 1997, and I used to see these all the time on eBay, and I was always very interested in trying to get like the full set. They have all the different colors, and a console as well, but I just never did, and now it looks like they're getting kind of expensive. This one luckily just got traded into the store randomly. It's the red one, obviously. I'd love to get the rest, but it seems like they have quadrupled, if not more, in price since I was looking at them before, so that kind of sucks. We have one VHS. This is a factory sealed Legend of the Crystals Final Fantasy, an anime one. And then I also have a Rob the Robot, and I have all the pieces for him over here. All this stuff. And this guy has been sitting in my office at the store. I'm not joking. We probably got this traded in 8 months after we opened. And he's been sitting back there since then. Because I have the box that he goes in with the console, the big deluxe set box, which I got from Kelsey at Pink Gorilla. And I needed a Rob to go in there to like complete the set. And we got one traded in. This is the first Rob that we had traded in at the store. And I was like, okay, I obviously am going to keep that. And I just never brought it home. It's literally been buried on a shelf in the back of my office since then. And we opened in 2018, so I got this probably early to mid 2019, and it's literally just been sitting on the shelf until now. Then we have one Amiibo. This is the Banjo-Kazooie, which, in my opinion, this is one of the coolest looking Amiibo out there. I love that it's got the little jiggy on the base plate there. Banjo-Kazooie is one of my favorite N64 games, and this one got traded into the store. I kind of told myself a long time ago that I was going to stop collecting Amiibo because there was just way too many to keep up with. And at the time when, like, the first Amiibo that came out that we didn't buy new was the Detective Pikachu and then the Dark Souls one. So at that point, we had everything from before then, I think except for one of the store exclusive Zelda ones. But we had the complete set up until then. That's when we stopped. But I have decided that if any of them get traded into the store that we don't have, we will keep them, but I'm not going to go out of my way to try to buy them new anymore. It's just too much. So the Banjo-Kazooie is an awesome one to get. That's one I wanted the most. We've also gotten like Ivysaur and a few other ones traded in that are newer. So we do have some of the newer ones, but we don't have a full set anymore. We also have an Xbox Live 3-month starter kit. Comes in a big box here. It's got a 3-month card. It's got a demo of MotoGP and MechAssault, and it's got a headset. Kind of Velcro's open there on the front. I already have one of these, but the package that I have is like, it's like in a plastic blister pack. So this is just like a different version of it, I guess. And I have a big collection of all the different like original Xbox accessories. Most of them sealed because most of them came in plastic. But that one was in the cardboard box, so I was like, yeah, I gotta keep it. Next up, we have an N64 controller. This is the Hori Commander. This is like the clear blue, midnight blue, whatever you want to call it. The packaging is plastic, so it's like very cracked and destroyed. I don't know if you can see that. But it is all there. So very, very cool. This controller is worth loose about like 15 to 20 bucks, so it's not very rare or anything. It is a Japanese exclusive thing made by Hori. And we got this from our Japanese source, and I wasn't expecting it to come with the box. And when I saw that it did, I was like, I have to keep it, obviously. We have a couple more controllers. We got the Monster Hunter Switch Pro controller. Bought this from GameStop, so didn't have to pay the scalper prices, luckily. And then we also have a factory sealed DualShock 3 controller for the PS3. Official Sony brand, 6-axis, all that. And this is the first style of packaging because they changed it partway through the PS3's lifespan. And yeah, this is really, really cool. Very happy with this. This got traded into the store, and I probably would have kept it anyway. But luckily, we started collecting PS3 recently, so that came in like right after. So that was just perfect the way that it lined up. But I say that I would have kept it anyway because I have my Closet of Doom, which you guys probably know. I put a lot of like extra factory sealed items in, mostly games, but I do have some controllers, and even if I wasn't going to add that to my collection, I would still probably have put it in the closet. I do have an Xbox 360 controller in the closet, which is sealed, so whenever we decide to start collecting 360, that'll probably move from the Closet of Doom into our collection. Alright, continuing on. We have the Japanese Donkey Kong board game. This came in a long time ago with a huge box of Japanese like Donkey Kong stuff. You guys probably remember that. So some of these items here are from that. So they've been sitting down here this long, just waiting to be put in. We also have from that the Treehouse playset, which is also sealed. And then this one has some sticker residue on the front. It's got like some hairs and stuff on it, but this is a Guitar Hero figure, Axel Steel. Very, very cool. Someone sent this in to me, which is super, super thoughtful. And it looks like there's only 4 in the set, and I was looking on eBay. They're really, really cheap. So I have been so close to just buying the other 3, but whenever I look at them, because I have them like in my watch list, whenever I look at them, I'm not really ready to spend any money, but they're only like 10 bucks or so a piece. So I'm definitely going to get the rest of those at some point. Just kind of waiting. We have 2 Sega Pico games, which these are just in bigger boxes, so I decided to show them here. But we have Sesame Street Alphabet Avenue, and also Pocahontas Riverbend Adventures. So we are getting extremely close to a complete Pico set, which is super weird. Never thought that I would do that, but most of them came from Goodwill in one shot. So, you know, we were already over halfway there with just that. Next, we have a Game Genie for the NES. This is the gold version. And I already had one in my collection according to my spreadsheet, but it was in a box that was the same size as the black one, and I don't think that that's how the gold one originally came. I think someone put the gold one into the box for the black one. So I had 2 boxes that looked identical, but one had gold, one had black. I'm pretty sure this is the box that the gold one came in originally. So I'm adding this to the collection, and I'll be selling the other one. Next, we have the Australian, not Japanese, we have the Australian boxed Fire Red N64 controller. The color is not exclusive to Australia, but this color being in a cardboard box is. So this controller was only released, as far as I know, in Australia and in North America. And in Australia, they got the cardboard box, which matches all the other boxed controllers. But in North America, it came in a plastic blister pack. So if you want to get the box version, you have to get the Australian one. And there's only 4 of them. They got the fire orange, they got the grape purple, they got the ice blue, and the jungle green. This one completes my set of 4, so I now have all of them, which I'm very, very happy about. Next up, we have another game. We have the Robotech Battlecry Collector's Edition for the original Xbox. This is missing the dog tags. That's the only thing. The game is factory sealed. The shirt is still sealed. If you happen to have the dog tags for this, please, please let me know. I didn't realize it when I bought it. I found out like right after checking out, and I said it wasn't a big deal because the game was sealed. So I was like, well, it's kind of a trade-off. I get the game to be sealed, but then I don't get the dog tags. I'd prefer to have the dog tags. If you guys have them, let me know. I'm pretty sure the dog tags are the same in the PS2 or the GameCube version, but I got the Xbox one here, which is actually the one I wanted the least. I want the GameCube version the most, and then PS2 would be second, but the Xbox one is still pretty cool. Next up, I believe this was just a condition upgrade for me. That's the Dance Dance Revolution Supernova 2 for PS2 in the big box. This still has the plastic on the box for the most part. It's like kind of ripped up and everything. It's got a clearance sticker of $15.88 on the side there. I had this one in my collection already, but my box was like really, really destroyed. So this one's much, much nicer. Just a condition upgrade. Move that. We have a Switch game here, Skylanders Trap Team Starter Pack. Or sorry, Wii U, not Switch. So I had the game, obviously, because I have a complete Wii U set. I'm just missing different variants and different bundles. This is one that I did not have, and we actually found this. We found this at, I want to say it was at Next Level Video Games, up near Seattle. This one looks like it has been taped closed. It's not sealed, which is fine with me. I don't really care, as long as everything's in there, and it looks like it is. But this is a bundle that I did not have. I just had the game loose. Or the game with its plastic case, not with the big box bundle. Next up, we have 4 Amiibo dioramas, which are pretty cool. So we have a Splatoon one. These are all Japanese. So this is like the Callie and Marie Splatoon one. We also have a Smash Bros. One. And these, it looks like these don't come sealed, so it's hard to know if they're new or not, but obviously at least some of them are not used because they have stickers, which are all still on there. Like this one, it's another Splatoon one. It's got all the stickers here unused, so I'm pretty sure it's new. And then the last one is Kirby. Super cool. I kind of consider these part of like the Wii U collection because, or the Switch collection, because Amiibo is basically an accessory for those consoles. So I just thought they were really cool, and they were pretty cheap. So I decided to add them to the collection. Gotta sit crisscross applesauce because my freaking legs are falling asleep. Next up, we have a Sega Saturn controller. This is the Cool Pad. It is officially licensed. It's also like a not for resale one, but this is like a clear black controller, and we have the console that matches it. The console that we have says "This is cool" right on the top. It's like a special edition Japanese one, so that matches the color. I'm going to move this down a little bit since I sat down a little bit more. And then we have the Xenosaga 2 memory card and DVD box, which is also a Japanese thing. Very awesome. We have the HoriPad Mini for the Switch. This is the Pikachu and Eevee one. Abby got that. Then we have the Keyboard Pad Mini, which is made by Sammy for the PS1, or PS2 actually. And this is for Auto Modellista. Pretty cool controller here. I don't think that this is actually new. I think that it is pre-owned, but it obviously has the packaging and everything, but it's not like sealed. You could easily open this and put it back. But I thought that was really cool. Auto Modellista is kind of an uncommon game for the PS2. It's definitely rare for the GameCube, but the PS2 version is pretty hard to find as well. Next, we have, this is just box only. I do not have the console yet, but this is the box for a clear Game Boy Pocket. And it's in pretty good condition, too. So very happy with that. I love collecting handhelds, which you're about to see because we have a ton of them here. So we also have a pink Game Boy Pocket. This is the Japanese version. This one came from our Japanese supplier, and I did not think this would come with the box. It wasn't even like a thought that crossed my mind. There's the thing, and then all the paperwork is in here. Like, when I ordered this, I was 100% expecting to just get a loose pink Game Boy Pocket, and we were going to sell it at the store, and it was going to be cool. And then it showed up with the box, and I could not believe it, and so I had to keep that, of course. We have another pink Japanese boxed Nintendo handheld here, and that is a pink 2DS. Japanese version, like I said. And then we have another 2DS. This is a new Super Mario Bros. 2 bundle. This is the blue and black 2DS. And then we have an original 3DS, and this is a black one that comes with the Paper Mario sticker star. This is a bigger box than normal. We have another refurb box, which is the white and red 2DS. So these come directly from Nintendo's website, if you get lucky enough to find them when they're posted. Otherwise, you're going to have to try to track them down like on eBay or something. This one got traded into the store, which was super, super cool. And my handheld stuff is right over here. You can kind of see a little bit of it. So this would make 5 different refurb 2DSs that we have now, all different colors. So really, really cool. Happy to add that to the collection. Next, we have a Nintendo 3DS XL, and this is the Pikachu edition. Super awesome. We then have an original blue Nintendo DS in the box. It's got this old Fred Meyer sticker on here, which unfortunately is never going to come off without ripping the box. There's also one on the bottom. These are like those security stickers that have like metal wrapped around underneath the sticker. So if I try to take it off, it's going to rip the box 100% for sure. So it's got to stay on there, unfortunately, but still very cool to get another original DS. We have another 3DS XL, and this is the Mario and Luigi Dream Team bundle. Super cool. 2 more handhelds here, guys. We have a Game Gear in the box, and I have 2 Game Gears already. I wish they were somewhere in this room where I could see them, because I still have to double check. According to my spreadsheet, I have a Game Gear that comes bundled with columns. This one is bundled with super columns. So I have to double check and see if it's the same thing or not, because obviously they are 2 different games, but I don't know if I just like mistyped when I was putting it into my spreadsheet or not. So I have to double check, but still very cool. This one has also been completely recapped and is good to go. Last handheld system we have here is the Stone Blue Neo Geo Pocket Color. Very, very awesome. We only had one Neo Geo Pocket Color in the collection already, or it might be just a Neo Geo Pocket. But it's like a PAL exclusive color. So we finally have a North American one. Still don't have any games for it yet, but that's fine. Moving on, we have one of the Sony PlayStation Pocket Stations. This one came in the box, which I was super, super happy about. This is the crystal clear one. Comes with both baggies for the little pocket thing and for the strap. So it's basically like fully complete. There's also some paperwork in there. And then we have some more Switch games, big box stuff. We have Astral Chain Collector's Edition. This is a Japanese one. The North American version did not get a Collector's Edition, as far as I know. So if you want to get the Collector's one, you're going with Japanese, or maybe PAL, I'm not sure. But still, super cool. More Switch games here. We have, well, this is just an accessory, but we have the Taiko Drum Master controller for the Nintendo Switch. As far as I know, there's no game in here. I did open it when we first got it, but that was like a month ago or something. I'm pretty sure there was no game. I think it's just the controller. Also Japanese, of course. Then we have Ys Origin, the limited run version, special edition there. And then for the Switch, we have Skylanders Imaginators Starter Pack. This one is factory sealed, and I don't know what it is for whatever reason. A lot of the Skylanders games for the newer consoles, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, are like ridiculously expensive. This thing sealed is like $200 or something crazy. So luckily we got this traded in at the store. We obviously paid a fair amount for it, but I would never want to have to go and track this down, like buy this on eBay or something. You know, most of the Skylanders games that we own, I bought like on clearance or something like that, so it would suck to have to pay $200 for one. And if I waited until you know, a few years down the road, it might even be more. So glad to get that one now. We have another Japanese game here. I honestly do not even remember what this is called. Oh, Galgun Returns Special Edition. This is a Japanese one. But it says Galgun Returns up here, luckily. That one's still sealed. That one also got traded into the store. I obviously knew what it was, and I put it into my spreadsheet as the actual title. It's just, I don't read Japanese. We then have the Coffee Talk Special Edition from Strictly Limited. And then we have Guns, Gore, and Cannoli Capo del Capi collection, also from Strictly Limited. From Strictly Limited, once again, we have Sisters Royale, I'm Being Harassed by 5 Sisters, and It Sucks edition, which I think is one of the funniest, like, subtitles of a game that I've ever heard. We also have the Samurai Showdown Neo Geo collection, from Limited Run. We have the Star Wars Episode 1 Racer Collector's Edition. We have the Vitamin Connection Special Edition, also from Limited Run. And then we have the Trails of Cold Steel 3. I can't remember what this version's called. It's not like Collector's Edition. It's got like a different name. But there that is. And then we have one like standard console, which usually I have quite a bit more. I got a ton of handhelds, which is cool. This is the only like home console that I got to add to the collection this time around, and that is the Blue Wii. But this is a like PAL exclusive or Australian exclusive bundle that comes with Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is really, really cool. So someone sent this to us, which is super awesome. This is Australian. It says AUS right there, but I can't remember if this also came out in Europe. It might just be Australian only. I'm not 100% sure. And then we also have the Final Fantasy X-2 Japanese exclusive like gun controller things. They come with a stand and the 2 controllers, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, they are like actual controllers you can use. It's called Tiny B. They are DualShock 2, it says. But this is super awesome. We got this also from our Japanese source, and this one, I also did not think it was going to come with the box, and I was hoping, because I was like, if it comes with the box, I'll keep it. If it doesn't, I'll sell it. Got very, very lucky, and it did, and got an extremely good price on these. Normally, they're like a couple $100, and I think we got it for like 90 or something, so that was pretty awesome. So the last thing I have to show you for this first half of the video here are some toys. First up, nothing too special, just one of these little clump figures that we have at the store. I needed one. And then we have some figures here that they all got traded into the store together. So this all came from one person, and from what I understand, he was the original owner of all of these except one. One of them he bought like off of eBay to complete the set, but him and his brother got these as kids, never opened them, which is insane. But this is super, super awesome. I'm very, very happy to have these. I've always wanted them, but they are just so expensive. I could never just bring myself to like buy them. And a lot of the times you can't even find some of them posted on eBay at all. So you have to get lucky and have like a saved search and all that. So I'm very, very happy to get the full set in one swoop. There's 2 different things in here. There's that full set and then a few other things. So we'll go through the other ones first. We have the Pokemon Pokeball Blaster. This comes with the starters, well, one starter and his evolutions, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur. And these are from 1999, excuse me. Some of the stuff's a little dusty. So I had these as a kid, so whenever I can find them, I love adding them to the collection, and I have a couple other ones. I'm trying to see, they're in here somewhere. But we also have the Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise edition. And these are all, of course, brand new. And then we also have the Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard. This one in particular I know I had as a kid, because I remember playing with these toys. And I was 8 when Pokemon came out, or 7, maybe 6. I didn't hear about it right away. I heard about Pokemon in like 3rd grade. So whatever age you are in like 3rd grade, that's when I found out about Pokemon cards and about Pokemon. I got, everyone was into it. It was the biggest thing ever. We also have a Pokemon Trainers figure. This is Misty with her Starmie. And I'm pretty sure that I have the full set of these now as well. I can see them from here. I have Ash, Jesse, James, and now Misty, which is the full set on here. But I also have a Brock one, but he's got the later packaging, so I think they added him at a later point. But I think I have the full set of the original ones here now. And then lastly, oh no, what? Okay, well, here's Brock. This is a different Brock from the one that I have out there. This has different packaging. This is the original style. So, I guess they just didn't put him on the back at all. And then the full set here. This is so cool, guys. I'm so happy with these. We have the Mario Kart 64 Video Game Superstars figures. Made by Toy Biz. Full set here. We have Mario. Excuse me. And these, some of these can go for $300 per figure. The cheapest ones that I see are like around $100. But some of them, like I said, they're never even posted. There's none sold, none posted. So I don't really know. They're not for sale, so it doesn't really matter. We have Bowser, which is a really, really cool one. He's like super detailed looking. And then we have Luigi. So this is the one that he said he bought later on to complete the set. So I think he said that, like, you know, he got these when they came out. These are from the year 2000. This one's 1999. This one's 2000. So around there. And I think he said he bought this one in like 2008 or 2007, something like that. So we got it later on, but still, it's part of the set. That one's a little yellowed. We also have Wario, which is super freaking cool. I love that they all come with like, like weapons too, like the mushrooms or the shells or whatever. And then we have Yoshi with the line of bananas. And then lastly, we have Donkey Kong, and it looks like one of his bananas might have like come out of its space a little bit there. It's kind of like at a weird angle, but still really, really awesome. Very, very happy to get these. I wanted them for so long. So there's some other toys like that I want to get. They did like some Diddy Kong Racing ones and stuff like that. So I definitely need to track those down. But that is it for all the big stuff. So I'm going to clear some room here, get reset up, and then we'll finish off with all of the games. I finally got everything around me. Moving that stuff out and then moving this stuff in took another half an hour or so. Seems like it shouldn't take that long because I'm just moving stuff around, but I was also sorting things, trying to put them into stacks. I didn't do it with everything, so some stuff is just in random order, but a lot of it is sorted, you know, least exciting to most exciting. So first off, before we jump into the games, we do have one stack of soundtracks, and then everything else. Let me take one more quick look. Yeah, everything else will be games after this. So, you guys know we've been getting a lot of Japanese soundtracks in at the store. Some of them are just super cool, and I have to get some for myself. A few other of these came like with games. Some were traded in. So we have the Tales of Xillia music CD. We have the Streets of Rage 4 and the Tiny Metal Ultimate. Those two came with the games. This one was traded in. We have the Threads of Fate music selection. And then we have the little Famicom Mario 3 like mini disc soundtrack. It might just have one track in it, I'm not even sure. Then we have the Best of Final Fantasy 1987 through 1994. We have the Breath of Fire 2, which I listened to on the way home when I got this. Very cool. We have the Strawberry Flower like Pikmin thing. I listened to this one as well. Not what I was expecting. This is like Japanese pop. It's got like a female singer singing over it and everything. I thought it was going to be, I was hoping it was going to be like soundtrack music, but it's not. But still, pretty cool. It's only got 3 songs on it. And then Final Fantasy 3. And then the Xenoblade 2 original soundtrack, which is the one that Abby wanted. So, now that those are out of the way, like I said, everything else in this video from now on is going to be a video game. Or an empty box or something along those lines. But no more controllers, no more systems, no more accessories, anything like that. So, where to start? We have, by far, more than anything else, we have a lot of Switch games. There are, I'm not kidding, there's probably over 150 Switch games here. So, we might save those for a little bit. Let's start with original DS. So, we have nothing too special here, just a sealed copy of America's Test Kitchen. And then also a sealed copy of Wipeout the game. And then we have Dementium, The Ward. Abby picked that up on our trip. And then we have a sealed, the last 3 are also sealed. We have Harvest Moon DS Grand Bazaar, Lufia, Curse of the Sinistrals, and Chrono Trigger. So Chrono Trigger is one that we used to be able to buy new from one of our suppliers, and then they sold out, and the price like immediately shot up. We were selling sealed copies for a long time for like $69.99. Now a complete copy is like $120, $130. It's crazy. I kept one, but I really wish that I had just like bought a case of them, because man, that would have been awesome. But you never know with that kind of stuff. So next up, let's do 3DS. We have Dual Pen Sports, Combat of Giants, Dinosaurs 3D. We have a 2-pack here. This is Frozen, Olaf's Quest, and Big Hero 6 Battle of the Bay. Then we have a sealed Lego Chima, Laval's Journey, which is like a big box one. I'm assuming comes with a minifig. Yep, comes with a minifigure. And then we have Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, factory sealed. We have a sealed Majora's Mask 3D. This is the Nintendo Selects variant. I had a sealed copy already, but it was the original release, not the Nintendo Selects. And then we have the Atui collection, which was limited runs, as far as I know, first and only 3DS game that they did. And we also have Naruto Powerful Shippuden, but this has a... So here's the game. But it has a typo on the side. It says Nartuo. So, just like a little error printing there. I don't know if they're all like that or not. It got traded in, someone pointed it out to us, and we're like, oh, that's pretty cool. We should probably hold on to that. Let's do Dreamcast next. We'll mix it up a little bit. First up, I'm pretty sure this was just a condition upgrade. That's a sealed web browser. I'm pretty sure I already had one, but I think mine had a rip on it, so that's just an upgrade. It's extremely easy to find sealed. We probably get just as many sealed as we do opened. Then we have Monaco Grand Prix, Carrier, South Park Rally, going for that full Dreamcast set, Quake 3 Arena, Rayman 2, The Great Escape, got this one for sure from Next Level Games. And then we have Dino Crisis. And then we have the Shenmue Limited Edition. And then lastly, for Dreamcast, we have Dynamite Cop, which is kind of an expensive one. Very glad to get that one knocked off the list. I don't know exactly how many Dreamcast games there are. I think that it's in the 300 range, somewhere around there. But I know that we're getting fairly close. And we have most of the expensive ones, so that is definitely one that I'm kind of focusing on. As you guys know, I'm mainly focusing on GameCube, and I have one left for Virtual Boy, which is Jack Bros, which I would like to say I'm focusing on Virtual Boy, but I mean, I have one game, so there's not much focusing I can do unless I get that one game. So I've really been working on GameCube the most, but then Dreamcast is one that I've really beefed up the collection over the past year, and if I finish GameCube, because we only have like 43 left on GameCube, if I finish GameCube, Dreamcast is the next one that I'm going to be focusing on. I would love to do original Xbox as well, and I was planning on doing that along with GameCube. It's just... it's not fun. Original Xbox is just not as fun to collect for, especially when you already have the majority of the expensive titles. We have a little stack here to go through. I guess I'll do those now, but I just don't have as much fun collecting for Xbox. So I want to finish the set so that I'm done with it. Not because I think it's a lot of fun to collect for, but we mainly just need a lot of filler titles. I could probably go through what we have at the store and pull out 100 games that I need. But we're definitely over halfway with Xbox. So we have a sealed copy of World Championship Poker 2. And then we have Metal Slug 3. Metal Slug 4 and 5. Otogi, Myth of Demons. We now have both Otogi games. And lastly, Arx Fatalis. So, pretty good ones right there. The World Championship Poker is nothing special. It just happens to be sealed. The other ones are very, very nice ones to knock off the list. If I could find games like that all the time, I would enjoy collecting Xbox a lot more. But like I said, mostly what we need is going to be filler titles, sports games, stuff like that. So, it's just not too exciting, but we'll finish it at some point. Next, let's go with Atari 5200, because I have one game. That's the pack-in version of Pac-Man. And it's also got a hole in the box here, which was not there originally. This was on... Our couch upstairs has, it's like a 3 seated couch, and the middle one folds down and has some cup holders, and we usually have it left down to use it as like an armrest and stuff. And I had this sitting on there, and came home one day, and Homer had gotten up there. That is where his claw punctured through the box. So, great. That is literally the only 5200 game I have in the collection. I have a system, and I'm pretty sure that that is in there already. I don't have one away, I don't have one separate from the console box. It's up there. I'm not going to pull it down, but that's the only game I have separate from the console. Next, let's go with Game Gear. I showed you guys the console. A lot of these came in with that console. So first up, we have, well, this one came from Ryan. This is Mortal Kombat 2. And then we also got a sealed copy of it. So there we go. I'm done with my Mortal Kombat 2 collection for the Game Gear. We have a sealed Sonic Spinball. We have a sealed Virtua Fighter Animation. And a sealed Deep Duck Trouble. These games in particular are not hard to find sealed for Game Gear. A lot of Game Gear games are pretty cheap sealed. They just happen to get traded in like that. So let's go with PSP next. Ugh, if I could reach them. Okay, these are not really in a particular order either, because I don't know the prices off the top of my head. So I would have had to look them up, and I'm not doing that. We have Pet Adventures, The Wand of Wishing, which is like a Neopets game. We have Guilty Gear Judgment. We have Garuman, A Monstrous Adventure. We have a sealed Final Fantasy IV, which we get these at the store. We also have a sealed Pixel Junk Monsters Deluxe. We have Blade Dancer, Lineage of Light. A sealed Atari Classics Evolved. This is a movie that Abby wanted. This is Blood, the Last Vampire. And we have two big box ones. We have Hakuoki, Demon of the Fleeting Blossom, Special Edition. And then we also have Prinny, Can I Really Be the Hero, in the big box. Pretty cool stuff. I like collecting for PSP because it's not a system that I've ever really done much research on or looked into, and I haven't really played very much. I think I played like one Jak and Daxter game when I was like in high school, and that was pretty much it. So a lot of like the RPGs and stuff, I've never heard of them, and if they get traded into the store, a lot of times it's like, wow, I've never even seen this game. So that kind of stuff is fun for me to collect because I'm always seeing new things. It's not, with the Xbox stuff, it's always the same games over and over that come into the store. It's the Tony Hawk's, the Tom Clancy's, the Battlefield, Halo, Fable. You know what I mean? There's nothing new to me for the Xbox, but for PSP there always is, so that's always fun for me to collect. Let's go with PS2 next, because it's kind of in my way here. I didn't put these in any particular order either, because a lot of this is just kind of like random weird stuff. So we have a sealed copy of Tiger Woods PGA Tour 08. We have a sealed copy of Duel Masters. It says limited edition, but I'm pretty sure they're all limited editions. We have a sealed copy of Jeep Thrills. Sealed copy of NBA Live 06. Sealed copy of Looney Tunes Acme Arsenal. And when I'm showing you guys these sealed games, I do not seek these out. I don't think I've purchased a single PS2 game off of eBay, except for Blood Will Tell, I think. So like all these sealed games, these are all just getting traded into the store, or I'm finding them at Goodwill, or whatever it is. So I'm never going out of my way to get these. I don't care too much about having sealed games in my collection. As you guys know, I've sold a bunch of stuff. I sold my sealed Mario 3. I've talked to many people about selling my sealed Pokemon box. I don't really care too much, but if I get a game cheap, then I'm just going to add it to the collection. If I want to sell it later on, I always can. But if I sell it now, I can't keep it later on, if that makes sense. Not that I care to, but it's just, I don't know. If I want to sell them in the future, I always can, and I might. Next, we have Sega Rally 2006 and Sega Rally Championship. It's like a dual pack, and this is a Japanese one. So it's got two games on the cardboard slipcover there. And we have a sealed Capcom Classics Collection Volume 2. And then we have Raiden 3, which I was surprised I still needed when we got this. I looked at my spreadsheet and I was like, we don't have that, really? But happy to add it. We then have a sealed The Getaway Black Monday, and a sealed Killzone, and a sealed Capcom Classics Collection Volume 1, and then a sealed Heavenly Guardian, and a sealed Activision Anthology, and a sealed Secret Agent Clank, and then a complete R-Type Final, which is another one I was very surprised that we didn't have. And then we have a sealed Grand Theft Auto Vice City, a sealed Grand Theft Auto 3, and then we have some Japanese, well, we have one more North American one, Astro Boy. So there's 2 Astro Boy games for the PS2, and this is something that I have seen. I got this from a video game store, and it was priced as the other version. So there's Astro Boy, which is a little bit more expensive. It's like 15, 20 bucks. And then there's Astro Boy the video game, which is like under 10 bucks. So if you're going to your local video game stores, definitely look for this one, because a lot of times it can get mismatched and priced as the other game, which, like I said, is much cheaper. So this one's a little uncommon as well. I've only ever seen that a few times. And then we have some Japanese games, nothing too special. We have 4 sports games here, golf, and 3 baseball games. And then this one I bought to sell at the store, but Abby really wanted to keep it, and it is... I don't even know the name. I can only read part of it. It's something number 4, True Blood. And it's like a big box special edition thing here with like an art book and stuff. But she really wanted to keep this, so I can't say no to Abby. Next up, let's go through Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. These are also in no particular order, but I do have one I'll be saving for last. But first, I have a bunch of cartridges that I bought, or that I looked through at our stuff from the store and decided to keep, because I have a lot of empty boxes, and these either complete some of my sets, or they at least go into the boxes. I might still need a couple manuals, but I already have the boxes for all these. So we have 4-in-1 Fun Pack, Vegas Stakes, 4-in-1 Fun Pack Volume 2, Mega Man 2, specifically the Player's Choice version, Mickey's Dangerous Chase, Baseball, Alleyway, and Q-Billion. So like I said, we already had the boxes for those. We didn't have the cartridges, so it's nice to complete those a little bit more. And then we have, for Game Boy Advance, Xevious, which is one of the classic NES series, one of the last ones I still need. We have BattleBots, Design and Destroy, and a lot of these may be box only, some may be box and manual, and some are complete. I don't remember off the top of my head, I'm not going to open them all up. We have Soccer Kid for Game Boy Advance, Lion King 1.5, Rugrats Go Wild, Madden 95, that one definitely doesn't have a cartridge, neither does this one, Oddworld Adventures, box is kind of crushed. This is one of the games that we were able to get sealed for a little while. We were only able to order them once before they sold out, and I really, really regret not keeping one or ordering more. We also have Power Spike for Game Boy Color. This is a Japanese one here that Abby bought. This is basically Kirby Tilt and Tumble. And we have a sealed Lizzie McGuire 2. It's a game plus a TV episode. So I don't know, because it's sealed, I don't know if this is like, they're both on one cartridge, which I assume it probably is. Or maybe, probably not though, if it is like the Game Boy Advance video and the game as 2 separate cartridges. I highly doubt that though. I don't know why they would do that for one episode. And then we have NBA In the Zone for Game Boy Color. And then last 2 here, we have Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, the limited run classic edition for the Game Boy here. I've also, so I talked earlier about not buying the amiibos as they come out and just getting them if they come into the store. I'm doing the same thing with the limited run games that are like re-releases for older consoles. So they've been doing like, they've done like NES, Game Boy, N64, Sega CD. Those games from limited run, I'm not buying new, but if they get traded into the store, I'll keep them. That was the case with that one. The last game for Game Boy stuff is a Game Boy Color game, which you might have seen us pick up on our trip up to Seattle. This is a sealed copy of Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. The box is really, really rough. This is a horrible box. My complete copy is 10 times better than this, but it is sealed, And this is a game that I had when I was a kid, and I really, really loved. I specifically had the DX version. And, yeah, I always loved this game. When the one came out for the Switch, I beat that, and it's so good. So, when I saw it sealed, I was like, you know, I don't really care about sealed stuff that much, but it's too cool to pass up, and it was a good price. If I'm going to have sealed games, I would at least like them to be, like, if I'm going to seek out sealed games, they're at least going to be, like, some of my favorites, and that is definitely one of my favorite Game Boy games. Let me move these other Game Boy games out of my way here. And then someone's trying to call me. I can't get to my phone. I do not know you. Okay. Let's go with Vita next. So, in a recent vlog, I mentioned we got a big stack of Vita games and I didn't keep anything, and that was true. I didn't keep any from that. Because Vita is one system where I have gone back and forth so many times. I've been so close to just selling our Vita collections. Or our Vita collection. I've been so close to selling it so many times. And I'm like, well, we don't even have that many games, so it's not like we'd get a ton of money for it. I'll just keep it, whatever. It's not a big deal. And the more that I add to it, the less that I want to get rid of it. So I think at this point, we're collecting Vita. We're not going to be selling them. With that said, though, it's not a system that I'm focusing on. Same with, like, PS3. I have a huge stack of PS3 games here to show you guys, but I'm only adding things to my Vita collection in the same way that I'm adding to my PS3 collection. I'm only looking for, like, big box stuff, special editions, RPGs, weird games I've never seen or heard of before, and eventually we'll go for a complete set of Vita and PS3, but I don't really care about getting all the filler titles right now. We don't have room for them anyway, so I'm just getting specific type of stuff. So the stack that came in, I did not keep a single game from those. This is all other stuff that came in before, or stuff we got on our trip, or just things like that. So we have a sealed copy of Undertale. Then we have the Tachyon, which I think is how you say it, Tachyon Project Limited Edition, which is like an East Asia soft one. This is number 1963 out of who knows how many. We also have Bad Apple Wars Day 1 Edition. And we have Shiren the Wanderer, the Tower of Fortune, and the Dice of Fate Eternal Wanderer Edition. This is opened, but it does have the plastic on it still. It's just been opened at the top there. And then we have a sealed Retro City Rampage DX, and a sealed Ys Origin. This is the Asian version, though. And then we have a sealed Salt and Sanctuary Collector's Edition for the Vita from Limited Run, I'm pretty sure. And then we have a couple more of the East Asia soft ones. We have 3 more. We have the, I think it's Synergia, which is number 221, pretty low. Then we have Task Force Campas, I think is how you pronounce it, number 303. And then we have Stay, limited edition, number 1008. So I don't know what those are limited to. I would imagine 3,000 or 5,000, something like that. But pretty cool stuff. Moving on, let's go with the Nintendo Wii. So these are in no particular order except for the last 2 because there's nothing special in here. We just happen to have some cheap games I've just never seen before, and then some sealed games. So we have Just Dance Kids, sealed. Little League World Series Baseball 2009, sealed. Game I've just never seen before, Casper's Scare School, Spooky Sports Day. PAL Import, which was not released in North America. Still very cheap though. Disaster, Day of Crisis. My Word Coach, sealed. Story Hour Adventures, sealed. Story Hour Fairy Tales, sealed. These 2 Story Hour ones I found at Goodwill. And then we have the Remington Outdoor Action Double Pack. Well, it's Remington and Shimano. Great American Bird Hunt and Extreme Fishing. Just a weird double pack I've never seen. Pajama Party. Never seen it before. Cook Wars, never seen it before. And then from our Japanese supplier, we got the Biohazard Dark Side Chronicles, Japanese version, but it comes in like a big box here. And then we also have the Monster Hunter G big box, which comes with the special Monster Hunter Classic controller. We've gotten a few of these to sell at the store as well. I think we're sold out currently, but I'm definitely going to be trying to get some more because they sell pretty well. And that controller is Well, that game is a Japanese exclusive. We got Monster Hunter Tri, or Monster Hunter 3 in North America. Monster Hunter G came out in Japan only, and that controller also came out in Japan only. So let's move on to Wii U. So as you guys know, we have the complete Wii U set of all games. Like I said earlier in the video when I showed the Skylanders bundle, we're missing a few bundles. We're missing some variants and stuff like that. So I do have some here. I also have some Japanese exclusive titles here, and then some factory sealed stuff that we only had complete. So for the Wii U collection, there are some games that I only have factory sealed, and I want to get an opened copy as well. And because we have so many sealed ones, because I was collecting Wii U when it was still coming out, I was buying games from the store, pre-ordering stuff. So we have a lot of games sealed, and we have so many at this point that, and I know I just said that I don't really care about sealed stuff, but for Wii U, I'm going for a complete sealed set as well. Because we're already like over halfway, so why not? And most of the games are not that much more expensive to get them sealed versus complete. So unfortunately, there are some games we need sealed that are not easy to find, but then there are some games we have sealed that are super rare, but we don't have an open copy. Like Devil's Third, I only have it sealed, and because I bought it when it came out. And I need a complete one for the complete set. I've got them for the sealed set, but I need an open one, and they're like multi-$100 now. So first up here, in no particular order once again, right? Yeah, I didn't put these in any particular order, except for like the last couple. We have a sealed Disney Infinity 2.0. We have the Rayman Legends GameStop cover variant. We have a sealed Mass Effect 3. Some Japanese exclusives here. We have a, I don't know which version it is because there's a bunch of different ones, but we have a Just Dance Yokai Watch, like collaboration type thing. And then we have a Japanese One Piece Unlimited World R. And then, I can't remember the name of this one. It's like I can't think of the name. It's like a railroad like type game. This is Kamen Rider Bat Ride War 2 TV and movie. I'm pretty sure this is like Battle Ride. But I think that this has the game, and then I think it also has like a movie on the thing. I can't remember. No. Okay, so it's got the game. This is a special version of the game that has, it's like the premium TV and movie sound selection. So this has like enhanced audio and music and stuff. So there's, well, here's the regular version. I got both. So here's the regular one, and this is like the, I don't know if you call it a special edition, but it's the TV and movie sound edition. So it's got a different cover. So I got those. Oh, I guess this is just a duplicate now. We have another sealed Disney 2.0. That'll just go in the Closet of Doom. We have a sealed Injustice, Gods Among Us, a sealed Game Party Champions, a sealed Barbie Puppy Rescue, a sealed Deus Ex, and a sealed 007 Legends. So a lot of those sealed games right there, we actually have at the store. You can buy them sealed from us. We get them from our supplier. But I was going through them and I was like, man, I don't think I have these. And I was looking at my spreadsheet. I did not have a single one of those games except for the Hello Kitty that we had ordered sealed. So I was like, well, gotta keep one of each. So, good amount of Wii U games. We have a few more here. We have the refurbished variant of Wonderful 101, which I picked this up at one of the stores on our trip up to Seattle. And my buddy Scott Grimsey told me that this is like one of the rarest refurbished variants out there, and there's only like a few that are known to exist in collectors' hands, which is pretty cool. Most of the refurbished variants that I have, I bought directly from Nintendo's website when they were still doing the Wii U refurbished games, but this was one that I had never seen on there, so I don't know, pretty cool. I guess it's pretty rare. I don't think it's really necessarily worth much more than a standard version of the game, because I don't know how many people are actually looking for it, but seems to be hard to find, which is cool. Next, we also got both of these on our trip. I was very surprised. This is the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag GameStop edition. We got an opened one and a sealed one, both on our trip, so that's really, really cool. Lastly is another Japanese exclusive. It is that same Just Dance and Yokai Watch bundle game, but this one's in a big box with a Wii Motion Plus remote. So, pretty cool stuff. Always happy to add more Wii U games to the collection. It's getting harder and harder, of course, but I love collecting for Wii U. And it's a fantastic console, so that's really cool. Lucky to be able to add that kind of stuff to the collection. Okay, next up, we still have PS3, PS1, N64, a bunch of Sega stuff, Super Nintendo, NES, and Switch. So, I think I'm going to go with N64 here. We don't have a ton of games, because obviously, as you guys probably know, we also have a complete N64 collection. But we are also always going after variants and other stuff. So, we have a Japanese exclusive, Animal Forest. This is the complete in box version, comes with a memory card. We have a loose cartridge of this in the collection, so I'm actually going to be taking that to the store to sell, and then we will keep the complete one there. The only reason we had a loose one is because someone gave us one. We only collect complete in box, but if someone's going to give us something like that, obviously I don't want to, just sell it or whatever. But now we can replace it. Then we have a not-for-resale GoldenEye 007, which I bought at a game store for $290.90. Weird price. I don't know why they would do that. But I got this at another castle up near Seattle. And this game, I wasn't going to buy it originally because I was like, oh, $300. I don't want to spend $300 on a cartridge. I know that some of the not-for-resales can be very expensive, and I guess they've been going up in price. Because I sent a picture of it to my friend Sam to see if he was interested, because he's going for the not-for-resale cartridges as well. And he's like, I'll get it if you don't, but you should get it because it's a really good price. And I looked it up and I was like, okay, it is, I guess. One had sold for I think it was like 500 or 600 or something like that, that I could see on eBay. So I was like, okay, so it's like half off basically. So I got that. And then a couple weeks ago, after I bought that, I saw somebody list one for sale in a Facebook group for $1,000. I don't know if it sold or not, and they could have just been shooting for the moon. I don't know. But either way, I know that I got a really good price on that, and it's one more NFR knocked off the list. Going for the full set of those, of course. And I think at this point we have over 10 of them, and I don't think that there's more than 20. So I think we're over halfway there. And then lastly, we have 3 factory sealed games. So pretty cool stuff here. We have, first one's not as cool, but Star Wars Episode 1 Battle for Naboo. This is one that we used to be able to buy sealed, so I did keep one. Unfortunately, they have sold out of those, so can't get any more. Last 2, though, are factory sealed. They're not in the best condition, but they are sealed, and these are super, super cool. These we purchased from a local collector. He traded a bunch of stuff into the store. You would have seen it a while ago. We got the Earthbound from him. These also came in, though, and I had to keep them. These are 2 of my favorite N64 games factory sealed. Both probably in my top 5, for sure. So, we have a sealed Mischief Makers, which is such a fun game, and it's so different for the N64. When N64 came out, everyone was so hyped about 3D, and everyone was doing a 3D platformer. There's so many on the N64. A lot of them are great, but this is a 2D platformer, and it is so good. If you guys have not played this game, I cannot recommend it enough. It's so much fun. Beat this game a long time ago when I was living in Florida. Very, very cool. And then lastly, we have a factory sealed copy of Banjo-Kazooie. So freaking cool. And they're not in horrible condition. They do have some creasing on the sides and stuff like that. It's not like the seals are ripped open, though. So, very, very cool. Very happy to add those to my collection. Mischief Makers and Banjo-Kazooie are both games that I played as a kid. I owned Banjo-Kazooie. My friend had Mischief Makers, so I played that at his house and borrowed it and stuff. But yeah, fantastic games. Very, very happy to add those to the collection. Let's go with PS3 next. These are also in no particular order, except for the last couple, because I don't know the prices off the top of my head. Just like with the PSP, I wasn't going to try to look everything up. So, this is my entire PS3 collection right here. We actually have a few more PS3 games that we had from before. I didn't ever consider them part of the collection, I guess until now, because they were games that Abby wanted to keep, and she got them all basically. So I was not involved in choosing the games or anything like that. So those are part of this collection, but as far as like games that I purchased or that I picked out, this is everything. Because we just started collecting PS3 recently. So, we have Tales of Symphonia Chronicles, Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster, Final Fantasy 13-2, the like big box version here with an art book, Persona 5, Tales of Graces F, excuse me, Hyperdimension Neptunia MK2, and you're kind of seeing a theme here. Sealed Lightning Returns, which is the one I just bought from Square's website. You're seeing a theme. Like I said, with collecting PS3, I'm doing it the same way as Vita. I'm just going after like RPGs, weird stuff I've never seen, big box stuff, special editions, all that. You're not going to be seeing me add a lot of like sports games or like AAA, you know, Battlefield, Call of Duty, stuff like that. It's mostly going to be stuff like this. Tales of Zestiria, Akiba's Trip, Undead and Undressed, Blaze Blue, Calamity Trigger, Knight's Contract, X-Blaze, Code Embryo. This is one that I already upgraded the condition on. This is The Witch and the 100 Knight, but this one has the soundtrack with it, and it's got the plastic on it. It's obviously been opened and everything, but we already had the game picked out that I bought from a game store. This one got traded in with the soundtrack, and I was like, okay, well, I'll keep this one. We'll sell the other one. So I'm already upgrading conditions. We then have Artenelico, I think it's pronounced Koga, Nell of Arceal. Probably butchering that. Ragnarok Odyssey Ace. Tales of Xillia 2. And literally, it is the worst time to start collecting PS3 because games have just shot up in price. When they announced that they were closing the stores, all the games shot up in price. Then they announced that they were going to reverse that decision, but the games did not come back down, and they probably will not. So, it's literally the worst time to start collecting it, because if I had gotten these games just 3 months ago, they would have been a quarter of the price for some of them. But at least I have a lot of them out of the way already. Hyperdimension Neptunia. We have an opened Lightning Returns. Final Fantasy 13. Tales of Xillia. Hyperdimension Neptunia Victory. White Knight Chronicles International Edition. We have a sealed Luce Libre Heroes Del Ring. We have a sealed Dead Space 3 Limited Edition. This one is kind of water damaged and needs an upgrade, and it's got some stickers on it. But this is Tokyo Twilight Ghost Hunters. And then this is the only sports game that I think we have so far. NHL 13 Stanley Cup Edition, which has a steel book and a plastic slipcover, which is the only reason I decided to keep it. Even if I decided to sell it, I bought this at one of the game stores on our trip, and it was a pretty good price. So then we have Fairy Fencer F. Star Ocean, The Last Hope International. Disgaea 3, Absence of Justice. Valkyria Chronicles. Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. Abby picked this one out. This is the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim and Bioshock Infinite and the original Bioshock. So it's like a 3-in-1. It's only got 2 cases in there, but it's got the slipcover and everything. And then we have Deception 4, Blood Ties. And then here we go with the ones that have like exploded in price. And luckily, we got extremely lucky here. We found all 4 of these on our trip at other game stores, and they had not upped their price. So we did get these for pretty good prices. We did have to pay up for a couple of them, but it was nowhere near what they're actually going for now. So I think we did okay. We have Lollipop Chainsaw, Asura's Wrath, Splatterhouse, which I think we paid like 40 or 50 for, which is a pretty good deal, but I mean, it used to be like 20 bucks. And then this game, we've gotten this game in at the store a few times over the years, and we've sold it. It's always been like a $15 game. This is going for like $100 now, which is crazy, and I'm pretty sure we got this. The price tag's not on there. It's in my spreadsheet, so I could look it up, but I'm pretty sure we paid less than 20 bucks, and that is Folklore. Very happy to get that one knocked off the list. Alright, moving on. Let's do some Sega stuff. So I did put these in order. We're going to start with Sega CD and Saturn. First up, we have 2 limited run games, which, like I said, I'm not buying these from limited run. These came into the store. We have The Secret of Monkey Island and Star Wars Rebel Assault. And then we have Brutal Paws of Fury, which I got from Half Price Books. And then we also have, this is a double pack here, Ultraverse Prime and Microcosm. This is extremely heavy. It's got like multiple manuals and stuff in there. And then one Sega Saturn game. This is Valora Valley Golf. And this is a game that my friend Sam told me to look out for on our trip. And we saw one at another game store, and it was like $95. And he was trying to convince me to get it because he's like, this is a really uncommon game. Yeah, it's priced a little bit high, but they don't come up on eBay very often, and it's really hard to find. And I ended up not getting it. He's already got one. I ended up not buying it, and I'm really, really glad I didn't, because I found it at another store for $17.99. And it's not like this is a crazy rare game or anything. It's just really uncommon. And I think Price Charts has it at like $45, but they do sell for a bit more. So to get it for $18, I was very, very happy. We have one Master System game, California Games. Ryan and I played this at the store for a while. We played the half pipe one. Very hard to like do any tricks on there, but we gave it like half an hour and we ended up landing a few. Then we have some 32X games here. We have WrestleMania, the arcade game. This one is like a little water damaged on the front, so I do want to replace that one at some point. You can kind of see the waves. But it's not a cheap game. Same with Primal Rage. Very happy. And this one, I'm very happy to get. I think this is like the second most expensive 32X game, or the third most expensive, and that is Colibri. So I have Knuckles Chaotix, and I now have Colibri, but I still need Spider-Man Web of Fire, which that one's like crazy expensive. And then this one's got a price tag on here. But this last one is a Genesis game. The only Genesis game that I'm adding to the collection for this video. I can't get this stupid price tag off. Hold on. I want to get this off. This is our price tag, because this came into the store. And the price tag is what we were going to price it at, not what like I paid for it or anything like that. But this is a very nice, complete copy of Splatterhouse 3. So I already have Splatterhouse 2, but yeah, this is a pretty expensive Genesis game, and as you guys probably know if you've watched my previous pickup videos, I don't add a lot of Genesis games to the collection. I kind of collect it in the same way that I'm doing like PS3 and stuff. So really, really rare games, RPGs, horror games. I'm adding those to the collection when I see them. Oh, I think I didn't mention, we also have GameCube left to go through. So we have Switch, GameCube, PS1, NES, and Super Nintendo left. Let's go with GameCube. Got a little stack here. So these are in no particular order except for the last two, because most of these are like nothing too special. We already have the majority of the expensive or hard to find games in the collection, and with the addition of this gigantic stack here, we are down to needing, I think, 43 left, which is really, really cool. One of them, the most expensive one we still needed, I already have coming in the mail. I made a deal with someone through our emails to buy a bundle of GameCube games. One of them in there is the one that I need, the most expensive game I still need, so that's coming. There's a couple that I'm on the lookout for. If you happen to have Goblin Commander, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, or Zatch Bell Mamoto Fury complete, I'm really looking for those three. Those are the three that I think are going to be the hardest to find that are still on my list of what I need. So, in no particular order, we have NFL Quarterback Club 2002, NHL 06, NCAA Football 2005, Backyard Baseball, International Winter Sports 2002, FIFA Soccer 2004, FIFA World Cup Germany 2006, Aquaman, Sonic Mega Collection. Yes, I still needed this, and the reason is because we only ever get freaking greatest or player's choice copies traded into the store. We never got Black Label ones. This one's pretty worn up top here, so I do want to replace it, but finally got a Black Label one. X-Men the official game. I always think this is like X-Men 3 because of the claws, but I think it's just X-Men, the official game. FIFA Soccer 2003, NCAA Football 2004, Hunter, The Reckoning, Dakar 2, The World's Ultimate Rally, NCAA College Football 2K3, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Lockdown, Drome Racers, which is Lego Drome Racers, Spawn Armageddon, Fairly Odd Parents Shadow Showdown, Shrek Extra Large, Bad Boys Miami Takedown, Cow the Kangaroo Round 2, or KO. It's probably KO. That makes a lot more sense now that I say it out loud. Conflict Desert Storm 2, Back to Baghdad. We have a PAL exclusive here, Micro Machines. Found that at one of the stores on our trip. I think I massively overpaid for it, but I don't really care. Strike Force Bowling, Midway Arcade Treasures 1, Knockout Kings 2003, Legends of Wrestling 2, Magical Mirror starring Mickey Mouse, Freak Style, Rogue Ops, Jimmy Neutron Jet Fusion, Spartan Total Warrior, Conflict Desert Storm, Medal of Honor European Assault, Big Air Freestyle, FIFA Soccer 06, and then the last two, I have two sealed games here. We have a sealed copy of Second Sight, which is one of the games I needed anyway, so I still would like to get an opened copy, but sealed will do for now. And then we have a sealed Metroid Prime with the bonus disc, which is very, very cool. This is something that, like, I would get this graded and then sell it. I don't really care to keep this in my collection. I did have Metroid Prime when I was a kid. I wasn't a huge, huge fan, but yeah. So, still very, very cool. Alright, so I think that I want to save NES and Super Nintendo for last. I'm sure that you guys have, if you've watched my other pickup videos, you probably realize I kind of do that like every time, because there tends to be the coolest stuff in those two systems. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go through PS1 really quick, then we're going to do Switch, and then we will probably do Super Nintendo first, and then we'll save NES for last. So, for PS1, first up we have two long box games. We have Viewpoint and XCOM UFO Defense. So I think that we're up to like 60 long box games or so. I think there's like 120-ish or something. I can't remember for sure, but pretty cool. And then these I did kind of put in order as well. It's not like exact, but so we have Bomberman Party Edition, which is worth a lot more than Killing Zone, but you get the idea. MDK, Mobile Armor, and we have like a little stretch of factory sealed games here. We have Starwinder, The Ultimate Space Race. We have Steel Harbinger, Hugo, The Evil Mirror, Wild 9, which unfortunately has some big cracks on the case, but it is still sealed. Puzzle Star Sweep. And those are, I think that's it for the sealed ones. And then we have Interplay Sports Baseball 2000, which is kind of an uncommon sports title. We have Load Runner. We have Brahma Force, The Assault on Belt Logger 9. Just a game I've never seen before. We have the Driver Twin Pack. So we found this on our trip without the slipcover. And then not realizing that it had a slipcover. And then Abby bought me one off of eBay that was just missing the first disc. So I was able to take the disc from the other one we had purchased to complete this one. So now we have a complete one for the set. Then we have Toy Story Racer, which is like a $30 game for some reason. Discworld 2, which we got from Pink Gorilla. This is the Army Men Gold Collector's Edition. So it's the pack with the 3 games in there. And then we have Street Fighter Collection, which I've never seen before. We also have the first Monster Rancher. And I just put this into my spreadsheet the other day, so I was remembering we have Monster Rancher 2, and I actually got that from a small thrift store in Vancouver, and it was just like mixed in with the CDs, and it was like $2.50, which is awesome. And then we have one more sealed one here. This is the collector's edition for the Disney. There's 2 different Disney packs. I'm pretty sure this is, I think, the first one. But this has Lion King, Toy Story 2, and Magical Racing Tour. This is the one that we get sealed at the store, but I wanted to keep one because, I mean, I don't have this game anyway, so super cool. So that's it for PS1. Let's move on to Switch. Like I said, there are so many Switch games here, probably 150 plus. So I need to make a little bit of room. Okay. So I do still have a lot of special editions here. The ones I showed in the beginning of the video were just the really, really big ones. So I'm going to go through the standard cased ones first, then we'll go through the big box ones. So we have Hades, and a lot of these are factory sealed. I'm not going to say which ones every time we go through. If you can see it in the video, you can tell, like this one is sealed. But, you know, a lot of these were getting new. Bravely Default 2, Persona 5 Strikers, and Monster Hunter Rise. Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. Shmup Collection. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Flipping Death. This is Fury Definitive Edition. Lego DC Supervillains. Lego Jurassic World. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. NBA 2K Playgrounds 2. Moving Out, which is a really fun game. Come and Visit. Oh, I don't think that's part of the title. Just Truberbrook. It says Come and Visit. I don't think that's part of the title, though. And then we have Super Blood Hockey. Oddworld Munch's Odyssey. The Escapist Complete Edition. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Stranger Things 3, the game. This is a steelbook only for Persona 5 Strikers. And then Monopoly for the Nintendo Switch. Horizon Chase Turbo Special Edition. Freedom Planet. I think this is Octahedron. That's how you say it. This is a super rare game. Also Lone Wolf. Assault Android Cactus. Earthlock. And then this is Mextermination Force. Kunai, I think is how you pronounce this one. And then Wizard of Legend. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. And Undertale. And then we have Yes, Your Grace. Ghost of a Tale. Monster Prom XXL. Namco Museum Arcade Pack. Rogue Legacy, and Transistor. Grease, or Gris, however you pronounce it. Real Mist Masterpiece Edition. Ita? It's ITTA. I'm not sure, but it's like a... I don't think it's a double pack. I think it just has a steelbook and the game. Project Warlock. Lonely Mountains Downhill. Creature in the Well, and Guns of Mercy. Mutant Muds Collection and Goosebumps Dead of Night. Real Fishing Road Trip Adventure and Minute. This is number 651 of 3,350. What is this? Steriden Binary Stars and Origami Shadow Edition. So many Switch games. Raging Justice and Nightmare Boy. This one's number 492 out of I don't know how many. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pokken Tournament DX. Slain Back from Hell and Aces of the Lefwat Squadron Extended Edition. Blackbird and Aegis Defenders, I think is how you pronounce it. I can't pronounce any of these. Caveman Warriors Deluxe Edition and Terraria. And then Super Trench Attack and Celeste. Some of these I don't even remember getting, like Caveman Warriors Deluxe Edition. I do not remember this game at all. I feel like this is the first time I'm seeing this. There's just so many Switch games, and we get so many. Pixel Junk Monsters 2 and Catherine Full Body. Of course, we have Pokemon Snap and Megaquarium. And we have another copy of Pokemon Snap upstairs that I'm playing. This is the sealed one. Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age and Shantae Risky Revenge Director's Cut. Shantae and Doom 64. Mighty Gunvolt Burst and Tiny Metal Ultimate. Real Mist and Streets of Red. Pokemon Sword, this is the one that comes bundled with the expansion pass. So kind of just, I'm treating it as like a case variant basically. And then Nurse Love Obsession. And then Dusk Diver and Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster. Trials of Mana and RBI Baseball 20. Cosmic Star Heroine and Battle Princess Madeline Royal Edition. Attack on Titan 2, which is crazy expensive, and Human Fall Flat Anniversary Edition. Cat Quest and Cat Quest 2 Possum Pack and The World Ends With You Final Remix. Kemco RPG Omnibus and Sisters Royal, or Sisters Royale. Then we have Coffee Talk, Darius Cosmic Collection Console. And then the last standard one is Darius Cosmic Collection Arcade. So those are all the standard case versions. And then the big box stuff, we have Super Epic, the Entertainment War Badge Edition. Jay and Silent Bob, Mall Brawl. Duck Game. Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town Premium Edition, which I definitely want to play at some point. Deadly Premonition, Origins Collector's Edition. Mad Rat Dead, I guess Collector's Edition. This one, I have no idea how to say it. Void, TRRLM, parentheses, semicolon, Void Terrarium, Limited Edition. And then Lou Milana 1 and 2 Hidden Treasures Edition. Trails of Cold Steel 4, Legend of Heroes, like Special Edition. Streets of Rage 4, Classic Edition, I'm pretty sure is what that one is. Doom 64, Classic Edition. This is extremely heavy for the size of box. RPG Maker MV. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer Classic Edition. This is also super heavy. What are they putting in those? Giraffe and Annika Musical Mayhem Edition. Little Town Hero Big Idea Edition. And Prinny 1-2 Exploded and Reloaded Just Desserts Edition. So, those are all the Switch games. There's so many. I feel like I already need to do an updated Switch collection video because I've added hundreds of games since the last one. And I will do one, but I'm planning on doing that after we move. So, whenever that is, we really need to work on getting that stuff. It's just a lot of work to get the stuff we need to get pre-approved for a mortgage when we are self-employed and own our own business. But we're going to do it this year, don't worry. Alright, so NES and Super Nintendo. We're going to go with Super Nintendo first. First up, we have both versions of Super Mario World. We have the Player's Choice one, and we have the Black Label one. I just got this yesterday. Very, very, very happy. Price Charts currently has this at $680, and I got this for $350. Very, very happy. This one, I can't remember what I paid, but, you know, I got both versions now, which is really cool. This is like the last Mario game I did not have complete in the collection, so I'm very, very happy to knock those off the list. For Super Nintendo, we also have Cybernator and Lord of Darkness. Our Super Nintendo collection is really, really awesome, and I can't wait till we move and we can display everything properly. Capcom's MVP Football. We have a couple cartridges here that complete boxes we have. Ken Griffey Jr.'s Winning Run and Aerobiz. We have Doom, red cartridge one, very cool. And then Tecmo Super Bowl. ESPN National Hockey Night. Steel Talons. Some of these may be box only, some may be missing a manual or just missing a cartridge or something, and then a lot are complete as well. Supernova. Samurai Showdown. This is not really a game, but this is a for display only box for Yoshi's Island. So this is literally box only, but it's a display one, so it's kind of how it is. This one is also box only. The Jetsons Invasion of the Planet Pirates. Then we have Street Racer, which we picked up from Pink Gorilla. I kind of regret this one just because it's in such rough condition, but still, it's a game we didn't have. Still happy to have it. We have WWF Raw. These, I should say, these are in no particular order either. Brett Hull Hockey. Obviously, that Mario World is the most expensive one, but I showed it first. Then we have Tony Moyla's Sidekick Soccer. Home Alone 2. And, oh, two more. Road Riot 4-Wheel Drive. And then the last Super Nintendo one is SOS. I do not have a manual for this. If you have a manual, please let me know. And then on to NES. So, I didn't put these in any particular order, but I am going to kind of do it as I go through. This is towards the end of the video here, so I can take my time a little bit. I'm not rushing to get to anything else. I do want to save the best for last, so I'm going to try to do my best to do that. First up, though, we do have two cartridges that this one is a hack reproduction homebrew kind of thing. We have a Final Fantasy VII for the NES, so just decided to keep it. And then we have one cartridge here that goes into a box that I already have, and that is the Addams Family Pugsley's Scavenger Hunt. So that's not a cheap one, but it is cartridge only. So we also have one manual to complete a game, and that is Arkista's Ring. So now that is complete in our collection. Okay, so here we go. We have Jeopardy! Junior Edition. That's box only. Also box only is Cobra Command. And then we have Jackal. We have Tenjin Pac-Man. This is like a box variant. So we have both versions now. We have Michael Andretti's World GP. We have Gotcha, the Sport. Baseball Simulator 1000. This is also box only. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? We have Quattro Sports. This has the plastic on the box still. Opened at the top, but still has the plastic. And then, I'm trying to find some more cheaper ones. We have Rad Racer 2. And Dungeon Magic. Then we have Galaga, Demons of Death. We have Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. Batman, the video game. It's got a big rip on the front, but still. And then Hogan's Alley and Wild Gunman, a couple black box games. There's like a hair stuck to the back of it. Same on that one. They both have sticker residue on the back. They both have hang tabs too. Then we have Gremlins 2 and Adventure Island. I'm pretty sure that this completes our little subset. We have all three Adventure Island games now. And I'm pretty sure that we had all three Double Dragon games now. I can't remember on that one, though. Then we have a factory sealed Impossible Mission 2. This is one that we are getting at the store sealed. We at least have one left, I think, right now. I don't know how long we're going to be able to reorder it for, so if you want one, get it. But, got that. And then we have, I should have shown this first. This is the Metal Storm Retrobit, reproduction. This is the Twilight Black cartridge. It says it on by the barcode. We had the blue one. I can't remember the name. It's like something like Mystical Blue or something. We already had that one, so I decided to keep this as well just to complete that little set, I guess you could say. And then we also have the Star Wars Empire Strikes Back Classic Edition from Limited Run. Should have shown those first. And then the last 5 games here. We have King's Quest V in very, very nice condition. We have Donkey Kong Classics in very, very nice condition. We have Turtles 2, the arcade game, which completes our Turtles set. And then we have A Nightmare on Elm Street, which I'm pretty sure was just a condition upgrade for me. And then the last game here, which actually this one completes our Turtles set, and that is Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. That is the price that I paid. I got that from Another Castle Games up in Seattle. It's in very, very nice condition. Very happy with that. And then with that and the Turtles 2, we now have all 4 Turtles games for the NES. So, pretty cool stuff. That is it. I'm pretty sure that's everything. Yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this extremely long pickup video. If you did, we are going to do a secret keyword. I try to do this with all the pickup videos. For anyone who sat through the entire video, use the word... I try to look at what's on the wall and pick out a word usually. We're going to use the word revelation. So, I don't care if you spell it right or not, but use the word revelation somewhere in your comment, and that will tell me that you sat through the entire video. If you skipped to the end, you better not comment revelation, because I will know. Maybe there's a secret code word somewhere in the middle of the video that you missed, so if you only use revelation, you wouldn't know. But if you do use the word revelation, I'll know that you watched the entire video, which I definitely appreciate. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and until next time, you guys have a good one.